My friend, how is that New Year's resolution coming along? Oh, did I touch on a bad subject? Have you already broke it? Or maybe did you not even make one? Well, if you did, or you didn't, or you've already broke it, well, this is the episode for you. Because, my friend, to be quite honest, a New Year's resolution, that thing that you make at the spur of the moment, right before the clock strikes midnight on December 31st, while out partying it up with your friends, it seems a little bit crazy that we're going to dictate the next year based on that one idea. Well, friend, today, though, I want to flip the script. Today, we're going to forget about New Year's resolutions, and we're going to look at 7-day resolutions. We're going to call these Monday resolutions. I'm going to consider this the ultimate hack. If you want to achieve personal growth, personal development, self-improvement in 2024 and beyond, it's the 7-day resolution, the Monday resolution. And that's what we're diving into inside of episode 253. What's up, my friend, and welcome to Grit, Grace, and Inspiration. I am your host, Kevin Lowe. 20 years ago, I awoke from a life-saving surgery only to find that I was left completely blind. And since that day, I've learned a lot about life, a lot about living, and a lot about myself. And here on this podcast, I want to share those insights with you. Because, friend, if you are still searching for your purpose, still trying to understand why, or still left searching for that next right path to take, well, consider this to be your stepping stone to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Any chance that you are going through life wondering, man, there has got to be something more to life than this. You know that you're made for more, but you don't know what that even means or what it looks like. And you certainly don't say it to anybody because, gosh, what would that make people think? Oh, so you think you're made for more. You're not good enough for this life. I feel you. I hear you. And I want to tell you something. You don't have to stay in that spot. You can figure out what that something more is by identifying your life's purpose. You then get to design your life around that purpose. And then you get to have the life you've been dreaming of. I introduce you to Discover Your Purpose, a 1-hour deep dive coaching session with yours truly, as we will work to discover what is your life's purpose. What is the key to the life of your dreams? It's your purpose. All you have to do to learn more and sign up is text the word Discover to 55444. Again, just text the word Discover to 55444. That's 55444. That will come to me, and I will get you a link where you can learn all about it and determine if it's the right fit for you. All right, now before we get too in the weeds of today's episode, I got to let you know that it came from not my mind, but somebody else's. And that somebody else is Sean Anderson. I would love to take credit for this idea of creating a Monday resolution, but really, it was from my buddy Sean Anderson. Now, if his name is familiar, if you've been around the podcast for a while, he was actually a guest back on episode number 51, in which we got to explore the story of the man known as the Extra Mile Man. If you are intrigued to learn more, I will leave a link in today's show notes to go back and listen to his interview. It is awesome. Well, anyways, Sean sends out a weekly newsletter that is probably one of the best newsletters I get. It's short, punchy, to the point, and always leaves you thinking, wow, that guy just looks at life from a view that most people don't. And in one of his past emails that just came out, he had this idea. He actually said it out loud. He said, I don't like New Year's resolutions. He said, everybody wants to talk about them, but I don't do them. And instead, he proposed the idea that I'm talking about today. It's Monday resolutions. So the question is, why? Why are we doing this? Why Monday resolutions rather than the traditional New Year's resolution? Well, friend, a year has 365 days. A week has 7. If I'm going to have to choose something and know that for an entire year, for 365 days, I'm supposed to stay in that way of thinking, oh my gosh, like what does that even mean? I mean, my goodness, I'm always changing my opinion, changing the complete direction of my life. Seems like every quarter, much less to think that on December 31st, I somehow know, ooh, this is the direction my life is going to take that next year. So instead, we do weekly resolutions, Monday resolutions. They're short, they're actionable, and they keep us focused on our ultimate goals in life. Now, here's what's really special about the idea of setting a Monday resolution is that when you set it on Monday, your intention for the week, your resolution, you go through that week and you give it everything you've got. Well, the next Monday comes around. You got a choice to make. You either stay on course or you scrap that one and come up with something new. You don't have to wait until January 1st. No, you just have to make it to the next Monday. So each week you see it through, and then you determine, am I going to stay the course, keep going with this same resolution, or totally change my mind? The choice is totally yours. It's a Monday resolution, 7 days at a time. In Sean's newsletter, he explained how the Monday resolution, it kind of gives a new perspective to life. It gives us something to aim for each and every week. And it's kind of cool because you know how much you look forward to January 1st? I mean, think about it. All through the year, you think to yourself, man, I'm going to do this starting on January 1st. It may be June, and you're like, man, I got to get in shape. Well, you know what? I'll save that for January 1st, for my New Year's resolution. You think to yourself, man, I got to ditch this job. I got to do something different. I want to start my own business. Well, you know what? That will be my New Year's resolution. And so what do? You waste a whole bunch of time, of precious time of this thing called life. Instead, with weekly Monday resolutions, you get to dive right in. There's no more having to wait. There's no more putting off your hopes and dreams. You get to dive right in. And in this ever-evolving world where life is so crazy, it's so unpredictable, I feel like this just makes so much more sense to do these weekly resolutions. So my question is what will your weekly resolution be? This podcast comes out on a Thursday. You've got till Monday to come up with what is your resolution going to be for the week. Remember, it's just a week. It doesn't got to be something massive. Because remember, to walk a mile, it starts with a single step, one step at a time. And you may think to yourself that if you've got some big goals that you want to accomplish this year, you may think to yourself, Kevin, you don't understand, 1 week is going to do nothing. And you're going to fight me on this. And you're going to say, I got to think bigger, dream bigger. Well, you know what? If you got to, then baby, you do it. But the fact is that everything we do, every hope that we have, we can break it down into small little pieces. If something was going to take you all year to do, well, it also means that's going to take 12 months. That's going to take 52 weeks. Or in this case of 2024, that's going to be 53 Mondays. So why not break it down week by week to figure out exactly what you're going to do this week? And then we can figure out next week. And that way, it just makes it not so daunting of a task. It doesn't make the resolution seem like some life or death scenario. It's just a week. It's just a Monday. It's a whole new look on life. So as I close out today's quick hit episode, I just want to encourage you to remember this, is that if you've got dreams, if you've got goals, you've got hopes for the future, well, just start with them 1 week at a time. And remember this, if you are ready to make this year something meaningful, you're ready to stop doing the same thing and you're ready to just play all out. Well, I believe it starts by being sure you are clear on your life's purpose. Remember, I am inviting you to sit down with me for 1 hour and let's do a deep dive in discovering your life's purpose. If you're interested, if you want to learn more, I've got all the information broken down for you on the webpage, and I'll send you that link to make it super simple. If you just send a text message with the word discover to 55444. Remember, text the word discover to 55444. Need it to sound even easier to remember? Text discover to 55444. And that will do it for today. Now, again, I got to give a shout out to my man, Sean Anderson. I don't know if he's listening to today's episode or not, but Sean, you're an awesome guy with some killer insights, and I am glad I was able to share it here on the podcast today. My friend, get out there and crush it. Take on the day, take on the week, and make those Monday resolutions count. I'll see you next week.